everyone, welcome to yet another update. I just thought let me just quickly do a nice quick little stream update based on what we've seen happen overnight. Obviously based on yesterday's stream, we were busy hovering above the weekly. If I zoom in on the 5 minutes, we were busy ranging above this value area low of this range. Obviously we couldn't get above that POC, so obviously rejected, and ultimately lost the value area low, came back down to the weekly, potentially taking these lows, looking at some more upside if it was a valid SFP of the level. Couldn't do that, had real bad momentum, and at the end of the day lost the weekly. And as I was mentioning, that we were looking at the value area low as well, potentially, coming below it, coming back over, claiming the weekly, and that just did not happen. So we lost the value area low. As we can see, we're hovering below it, just couldn't get above it, dropped ultimately, ranged a little bit for let's quickly see, for 4 hours, and then had another big drop. And if we look at this little price action that I was looking at, potentially losing the value area low, could come back up. We couldn't even get higher to backtest that bottom, immediately just smashed right through and went back down. And as I was saying, if we do lose this area, it could be quite a quick rundown, and that's exactly what happened. So yeah, that's quite interesting. We find ourselves now at the daily, and what we now can look at, obviously that's the very big profile range that we also want to reference to. That's the point of control of this whole range. As I was mentioning, if you lose the value area high, we can't get back in it, then we've received acceptance into this profile. So at the moment, coming down to the support, if we lose this point of control, we can look down to the value area low. So this is another area that we can also look at, and this is definitely potential long area that we can look at. No point in being afraid of what's going on at the markets right now, no point of panicking. Obviously, as we mentioned, we all were in shorts already after touching that key level. We have our key levels marked out, tapped the level, couldn't get above it, lost this key level, and ultimately those shorts are now hedging our long positions that we have all the way from the bottom. So that's just a nice way of protecting yourself to the market. And obviously it is very important to know that you should take profits on your longs as well, and then you can open up bigger longs knowing that there's some loss. So hedging and taking a trade, and as we come down, this is a very big take profit level. Obviously take profit 1 was at this weekly, take profit 2 is definitely at this daily area. So very good to pay yourself in the market and not be greedy. So what we can now do is monitor this. If we do lose the daily, obviously the downside is not, still about another 7%. So we can definitely just monitor that. It's currently at the 0.5 of this entire range. And that's obviously around this 21,300 area. So we can ultimately just monitor the price action right now. And what I just also want to point out, if we also just quickly look at the EMAs on the daily. So it's quite interesting as we've come up to this, closer to this EMA. That's the 100 EMA moving average. So that's coming into about 25,700. Couldn't get to that. Obviously hovering above the 25 EMA and the 55, and ultimately couldn't act as support. Obviously this was significant support, breaking up, and just couldn't. Loss of momentum came in, and ultimately now breaking down. So that is where we are at the moment. What we can also do is just look at some divergences, and as we can see, currently on the daily it is showing some bullish divergences, so we could potentially have a little rally up and go and back test Put it off. So we can go and back test that weekly now even as well, and then continue back down more, because that's the value area high that we've got over there. So we can definitely go and back test that right now. That will be quite a nice long from this area, another 8% up. So we'll just monitor this. At the moment, we've got that daily bullish divergence. Obviously, we need some time for it to play out. The 4 hours definitely in the oversold area. And we can also see that we've taken this low on the RSI. On the momentum, let's see what's going on there. Definitely have some selling pressure that's picking up. And compared to this selling, it's reaching the same selling as the area down to 19,000 area. So potentially, if we don't breach this low, momentum could also be pointing out some bullish divergences. So we'll definitely just keep that in mind as we hover around these areas. And obviously we all know how big the golden pocket area is. So what we can do is can definitely see that the golden pocket 618 is coming in this 20,500 area. And if we look at this range profile at the bottom, oh wow, oh my word, it's literally this is a naked point of control that's coming in this area of 20,500. So if we come into this area close to the monthly, it's definitely going to be a significant level. Taking these lows, we can take some nice liquidity over there, getting people really afraid, and coming into this nice order block areas. So that's definitely what we're looking at. We can definitely look at our lovely little Liberty Traders levels. Let's quickly see. Yeah, I know there's a lot of levels that we look at, but we like looking at the daily opens, the previous week EQs. Let's quickly see. Okay, so we're actually now at the previous month equilibrium, and we've come up to some support pivots. So this is the S2 pivot that we're currently hovering at. So yeah, it's a significant support that we've come to, and obviously busy retesting these. This is a very nice SR level, as we can see. Resistance, 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 resistance. A little bit of support, breaking up, breaking back down. And then as well as we were breaking up, coming down to the level, testing a support, breaking up. So this is a very big level currently on this monthly equilibrium, the previous month equilibrium. So it's a very nice level to be aware of. And obviously we've got this previous month low that'll be quite interesting when if we do get that low. But at the moment, we are not looking at that level at all. As we can see, we got a nice little rejection from this weekly open, loss of momentum. We actually couldn't get up to the previous week EQ. So obviously that's a big sign of weakness. Couldn't even breach that at all. We had a pivot over there as well that we were aware of, and we all know the previous team also that 23,900 was a very big level we were looking at for resistance, but ultimately couldn't get there. We've lost the level, so all that we can now do is look at our current supports. So this is a very big zone. I would really look at some divergences and things coming up. So we can definitely look at the shorter term frame price action. We can see that was a big wick coming in there. Obviously currently it does look like we do have some bullish CVD going up, but we'll just monitor this. If we do get some bearish signs as we go up and the price can't claim, we can also look for lower prices. But yeah, at the moment the selling volume has increased, so we'll just monitor it and see if we do get new sellers. Obviously, if we have a lot of sellers coming in at support, we can definitely start anticipating that they could get squeezed back up. People are getting really afraid right now. People are really scared of this dropping below, going even further down. But yet, Liberty Traders, we stay calm, composed, relaxed. There's no point in panicking or adding emotions to your trades. We all know our levels. We had our key levels marked out, and we were trading those levels. So that's it. That's where we are now. And the only thing that we can now do is wait for the reaction of the daily. Lose the daily, we can look at the 618 monthly value area, low area. We would definitely be trading this. So I'm monitoring this, and absolutely lovely short that we've been taking, and we've been talking in the group, losing the levels. I mean, we were mentioning last night, I know Arvid was saying he's looking as well at the 29K area, sorry, the 21K area. So yeah, it's absolutely amazing to see how the community is communicating and talking about the levels and just helping each other. That's how amazing the community is. So that's the update for today. And obviously, I think, yeah, yesterday I mentioned on Ethereum that we were at support, and that if we do lose that level, we'll be looking at the key level. And what have we done? We've literally came to that level exactly. So this is currently big support. Lose the level again, we'll be looking at the value area low on Ethereum. But for now, we are definitely at support. BTC is definitely still showing some strength, obviously at resistance. So we'll just monitor this. Let's have a look at the stock markets for today. Okay, so we are having a little bit of a pullback. So this is something we're definitely monitoring. The dollar is actually going up. I know on a previous stream, I mentioned that we are looking at a little pull up, or I actually mentioned on our Discord that we looking at the potential 108 area. We have that weekly at 108, and then, you know, it could be a bearish retrace, and then potentially more downside on the dollar. So at the moment, we can just monitor this and see what's going to happen. We've already breached the 618, so we can look at the 786. And if we do lose this monthly level, we can definitely look for lower on the dollar. But for now, it's showing some strength, interestingly, and the markets are dropping. But we'll definitely monitor this. If the dollar does not make another higher high, comes down, we can start looking over to the stock markets, looking at the price action over there, and ultimately making a nice little decision on what's coming next for Bitcoin. So as we can see, we've got this lovely little wick, and all that we can now do is monitor the reaction and potentially see what's going to happen if we come. So yeah, currently we are hovering on the 618 area. So we can just monitor this. But yeah, I'll rather just wait a little bit longer to see what the price action is going to do. But for now, we're definitely hovering around this previous month EQ. So that's it. A nice little update for today. If you guys want to have chats and have a look at our Discord, you're welcome to join and see how we give our updates on our groups and help each other. And our mentors are absolutely amazing. So if you guys do like the video, give us a nice little like, show us some love, comment, tell us if there's anything else that you guys would like us to do and updates. And if there's anything we can do differently, if anything is unclear, yeah, please let us know. And we'll definitely see you guys on the next update. Hi guys, I just quickly want to give a nice little plug in. Forgot to mention something based on the previous stream. So what we also want to look at, obviously if I zoom in now, we can see that we've currently taken these lows close to the daily. But obviously we know that we are looking at this bigger point of control. So we'll be waiting for maybe potentially loss of the daily into the point of control, climbing back, and then looking for a nice little rotation or a trade to the upside. You know, we like doing our scalps, potentially then breaking up higher. Still in our shorts, so no reason in closing the shorts, just taking some profits and opening some longs. And then I actually just wanted to point out that I was talking about this fib channel, and what we can see is obviously when we came back into the channel, we obviously set the 223, and then ultimately we lost it and just straight down. Currently we're finding ourselves at the 786 on this daily, and at the moment we can definitely, obviously according to this naked point of control, we can look to the low of this range, which is also, as mentioned, a very big level, taking these lows. So it's all coming into a nice little trade setup. We can definitely come in and have our stop losses below the value area low and look to trade it up. But yeah, no point in catching a trade. Just wait for the reaction, look for short-term market structure change, and then you can look for taking trades. As an intraday setup, before we lose this daily, we can still look for nice little scalping in this range. I mean, it's a nice little, almost a 4% range. So basically what we can look for today is adding on a nice little channel, and we can definitely trade this. I mean, it's definitely valid. All the way to that high. So potentially look to trading a nice little range just for today. It's just something you can look at after such a significant drop. We can definitely look at trading this type of range. We can already see hovering and stopping in the middle of this potential channel. So if we come up, take a range down, do a little deviation of the range, get back into the range, trade it to the upside of the range, potentially taking the highest little deviation to the upside and then trade it back down, maybe then have a nice range, break down below the daily and then drop. So that's just a nice little update. And in confluence with the channel, we can see the 618 channel is also coming up in there, and then our 0.5. So we can definitely just have this in confluence and taking those levels in account while trading, which is just absolutely amazing. If I put this channel off, we've also got this lovely speed fan that we're looking at, which actually the 618 comes into the bottom of this channel. So low to high, it's very nice to look for confluence areas as well with this naked point of control. So if we do breach this level, come down after having a nice little range, we can definitely come down lower into the 618, and then as mentioned, losing this deviation of the channel again down into the monthly value area low, come back in the channel and trade it back up. So that's how you look to take some trades. No stress, just looking at your reactions. So that's it for today. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, please let us know. I just thought I'll just add this plugin as well and add some extra information while making this video. So yeah, hope that helps and hope that makes you guys make informed decisions in taking some trades going forward. Cheers guys, have a good one. Bye.